Recently, a reader on my site asked a great question that I think many people have. He asked, why does it seem so often that employee and manager relationships deteriorate? How can I keep that from happening? Perhaps you've seen that. You're working in a position, you have a great relationship with either someone you manage or your manager, but over time, because you're busy and there's stress in the business, it starts to fall apart and there starts to creep a little hostility into the relationship. Well, I have seen many companies with successful employee-manager relationships, and I want to share with you 3 insights that I've gained from these companies. First is a strong company culture. Companies that have great employee-manager relationships usually have a very strong company culture. This means that there's an established set of values, an established set of norms that people use to operate, interact with each other. And when new people are hired into this company, they're hired based on their compatibility with the culture. This goes a long way toward avoiding a lot of the friction that can often happen in the workplace. Second, strong communication. Managers that maintain great relationships with their employees have consistent meetings. I talk a lot about the one-to-one huddle in my training. If you're too busy as a manager to have this meeting, you're just plain too busy. During the one-to-one huddle, this is the opportunity for you to ask them questions and them to ask you questions in an oasis, away from the flow of everything else that's happening in the business. And then finally, avoid the Peter Principle. Now, if you're not familiar with the Peter Principle, it's just an old management story about someone named Peter who's promoted to the level of his own incompetence. So often we see that in business, right? Someone is successful in one entry-level position, so they're promoted. And they're successful in that position, and so they're promoted. And then they fail because they're promoted to a position that really isn't a fit for their personality or their skill set. So how can we avoid that? Well, first, if you're the person making the promotion, make sure that you're promoting people and hiring people based upon personality traits, that they have the personal characteristics that are necessary to succeed in that position, not just past performance in an unrelated position. And second of all, if you're the person receiving the promotion, that should be a sign to you that it's time to go back to school. I'm not necessarily saying that you need to go get a higher degree. What I am saying is that you want to establish an education program for yourself to improve your skill set to match the new position, not just resting on what you've done in the past. Please share with me your ideas about how to improve employee-manager relationships. And if you have any question that you'd like me to answer on this blog, please ask it here. I look forward to talking with you.